What's going on, Dark Avenger Nation, and welcome back to Most Anticipated. These are the books that I am looking forward to coming out next week, the week of July 15th, 2020, and there's a lot of good books coming out next week. A lot of good books coming out next week, and a lot of books that came out this week that are really good. Beautiful book. I'm so happy we're finally getting books shipped to us again. It's exciting times. I'm sorry. I'm a comic reader. I love it. Makes me excited. I'm super excited. And there are some books that I haven't read since before the shutdown of Diamond that are now coming back. And I'm just looking at the list and I'm watering. So let's get to this list. So let's start off with Venom, issue number 26. Now, this is right after Eddie Brock told the Avengers about Hulk coming. Now, obviously, this is all going to be setting up for the big event, which was supposed to come in fall. Maybe it still is coming in the fall. Now, we're going to hear more about Dylan. We're going to learn more about what's going to be going on, what the Marvel Universe is going to be doing, preparing for Hulk, even though the next book we're going to talk about is something that's going on now. So it's going to be... The timelines are definitely crunching because of all the time off that we've had from comic books. Because next, we have Empire issue number 1. So while over in Venom, they're going to be focusing on Cull, Empire is the next big event happening in Marvel, crossing over with Avengers, Fantastic Four, and... Oh yeah, you saw the checklist. Let's not even. I'm looking forward to the first issue of Empire, so if issue 0... Fantastic Four and Avengers didn't do it for me. I didn't read Fantastic Four 0 yet. I did read Avengers and it didn't really do much for me. This is going to be the deciding factor to whether I will be continuing and reading the entirety of the main Empire event. You saw the checklist, right? To cover all those books. I already read too many books, but I mean, the main Empire series, we'll see. If this issue interests me, I will continue it all the way through. But I'm anticipating it because I want to know, will I like Empire? Or will it be a book that I just can't continue? Immortal Hulk 35. Last issue we got the leader's reintroduction in this volume. I mean, we got like his whole origin and how he came back from the dead and where he's at now. Now we move forward with the actual Hulk. Really been enjoying this arc. I've been really enjoying this volume. It's something different. And if you haven't tried Immortal Hulk yet, grab the first 2 hardcovers. I'm going to be buying the first 2 hardcovers because hardcovers are gorgeous, and this series was a lot of fun. I wish I would have jumped on board single issue wise way back when it first started coming out. It's a different take on the Hulk, something we haven't seen before, but it's going so well. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 44. I've been waiting for Amazing Spider-Man for so long. I mean, we got that nice backstory about him and his pet, but now we actually might be getting into the Kindred story finally. It's only taken about 2 years, but I mean, hey, we might actually finally get some info on Kindred. I mean, we've been predicting since last year who Kindred could be. I mean, I have a pretty strong idea of who it probably is, but I mean, until it's on paper, it's not official. So, I mean, we've been guessing. Hopefully, by the time this arc is done, we'll finally get Kindred's reveal, and maybe finally we'll start getting a Spider-Man versus Kindred. Pete has no clue about Kindred yet at all. 44 issues already. It's about time that Kindred and Spider-Man met face to face and started dealing with one another. I think, don't you? I think so. Spider-Woman issue number 2. Oh my god, I loved the first issue and I have been anticipating this. I literally got so many variant covers. If you missed out, go check out some of my haul videos where I actually showed off all the variant covers I got for Spider-Woman issue number 1. Issue number 2 is here. Love the covers on issue 2. Maybe it'll make it to top 5 comic covers next week. We'll have to wait and see, but Spider-Woman, I've been very excited. I loved the first part of this story, loved the backstory that went with it that's going to be continuing in this issue. It's just been so long, I can't wait to get my hands on this issue. I'm super excited. Spider-Woman's been going really well. If you missed out, go check out the first issue. Get ready for the second issue. It is going to be really cool. I'm really hoping that we continue the push forward with the story now as issue 2 is finally coming out. Year 0, issue number 3. One of my top 5 favorite AWA books, Zombies. So many stories happened in the last issue. We had so many different characters and so many different stories developing in this world that is now overcome with zombies. I can't wait to see more of all of their stories. And maybe at some point they'll all intersect. I'm hoping that's where we're going. But this story has been a huge pleasure to read. If you haven't been reading it, check out the previous 2 issues. Get this 3rd issue. You will not be disappointed. Another thing I'm super excited for, Dark Knight's Death Metal issue number 2. Literally feel like I just read issue number 1 yesterday, but hey, I really enjoyed issue number 1, so I'm really excited to get my hands on issue number 2. This is a huge impact on the DC Universe, so whatever happens in this event is going to carry over into all the books, except for probably Superman, because Bendis has his own agenda. But anyway, this is going to impact the entire DC Universe, and the first issue I was very hesitant about. I went in with very low expectations, and it surprised me. It really, really did. So I'm super excited for issue number 2, and I'm hoping that the hype for this, just like the hype with Spider-Woman, continues as we move forward into this miniseries. Nightwing, issue number 72. The cover says it all. Dick versus Punchline. However, I think it's a misleading cover now because of how the last issue ended with the Joker and Dick. I feel like this is a big mislead. If you read previews already, I'm sure you already know where Nightwing issue 73 is going. I think this is a big setup to trick the Bat family into helping Dick, and then Dick's going to turn on them because Joker got into Dick's head. And this is going to be interesting, not because it's Dick versus the Bat family, but he's internally now going to be struggling because now you've got Nightwing, you've got what the Court of Owls put in Dick's head, and now you have what Joker put in Dick's head. Will this be the final straw and what pushes the psychological breakthrough where we will finally get Dick Grayson back? Not Rick Grayson. Rick Grayson's gone, and we're going to get rid of whatever Joker put in Dick's head. Will this be the return, finally, of Nightwing? So, I mean, he could be in a Nightwing title again. You know, Nightwing title. It'd be nice to have Nightwing back. Rick Grayson was a good little side story. Now, can we get back to Nightwing stuff? Because, I mean, I just started reading Nightwing year 1, and I really miss Dick Grayson just being Nightwing. There are people that aren't there anymore now, so you don't have to worry about, you know, I'm going to stop. Looking forward to issue number 92, though. Nightwing, really super cool. I hope that this is a series that is going to be impacted by the Joker War for the positive by the time the Joker War is over. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 51. Spoiler alert! Even though everybody in the world already heard of this, but I've got to say it anyway, just in case you missed issue 50. Spoiler alert. Draken is back. We've got Draken back now. We have a Dark Power Rangers group coming to the main Power Rangers world now. And what does this mean? All of this is going to be answered in issue 51. Is Draken on a redemption route now? Is that where we're going with Draken? Or is he going to be leading the Dark Power Rangers? Because I don't know. He showed up and he said they're coming. Is he leading them? Or is he running from them? And like I said, he's on a redemption. Because at this point, it's Tommy after all. Who knows? There are so many possibilities. I don't even want to throw out anything. I want to read issue 51 to find out exactly where Draken fits into all this, where the Dark Power Rangers fit into all this. And I just know that I really enjoyed the Draken storyline that we got at the very beginning of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is going to be a very interesting new arc. And will the Omega Rangers resurface? Will they have to come back to help the Rangers? I don't know, but let's hope it doesn't involve more of the grid. The poor Power Ranger grid needs a break after Lord Draken, that's for sure. I still got to get that arc in hardcover at some point. But anyway, can't wait for issue number 51. And finally this week, a book that I always anticipate, and it's always number 1 because it's amazing, and I'm so glad because with this, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 106, by the way, confirming that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are moving forward. We're going to have a new artist. The artist who was on TMNT Universe, issue number 25, is actually taking over for art. Sophie Campbell is doing just the writing for this arc, which is fine because if it's the artist who did the Leonardo story in issue 25, I did really like that artwork, and I'm looking forward to seeing, that was years ago, I'm looking forward to seeing how his artwork evolved from then to now. That's what happens with artists. Every year they change and get better, unless you're Junior. That's all I'm going to say, Ramita Jr. I'm really looking forward. I'm very happy that TMNT is back. It's back in rotation. TMNT 106, my most anticipated book for next week. I can't wait to read as the new arc unfolds, where we got a really great cliffhanger in 105. What's going to happen in the future? And also, if you are lucky and you go to your comic shop next week, TMNT The Last Ronin free comic book day. We're celebrating it all month long. The preview for issue number 1 will be in your local comic shop. Grab it if you can. I definitely will be grabbing the Last Ronin miniseries, that's for sure. But for this week, I'm just looking forward to TMNT number 106. And definitely everyone who's a Turtle fan should be as well. And with that, that's it for my most anticipated this week. Did I miss any book that you are most anticipating next week? Feel free to share that in the comments below. Let's start a discussion. Let's talk about books that we are looking forward to and excited to be reading next week. But with the end of this video comes only one thing: the outro. Hey, did you enjoy that video? If you're new, consider clicking that subscribe button for more. Also, click that notification bell to be notified when live streams and videos are posted. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Come over to facebook.com and join the Dark Avenger Nation to continue the conversation beyond YouTube. Don't forget to check out my website, shootingstaruniverse.com, for all the content I do across the web. And for anything else, check the links in the description below. And as always, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and I'll see you really soon in the next one.